Everybody, welcome to episode 864, I think.
What is the new 2 episodes in one day?
What was today's episode?
863 then?
It was so long ago. Regardless, this is the post All Star edition of this show. That's how come I'm wearing these clothes.
Look good. You look good.
I'm sure you all know. I just was calling the.
Nobody knows that.
If you did not watch that event and you're on FRL, you're a true FRL fan and not a big enough college wrestling fan.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Because you just missed a lot of really good wrestling.
That'd be weird.
I think we got to start at the back and work our way around.
Okay.
Starting with the Carter Starocci. If you didn't watch, I know you just watched. I'm just going to pretend everyone watched.
We just need to assume they watched.
We're assuming you watched.
If you didn't watch and you're watching us, you need to get a life.
Shame on you. Yeah.
Seriously, shame on you.
Shame on you. Maybe you're my wife. But she watched. Ben.
My fly was down.
Ben's fly was down.
As I said, my wife was trying to harass me, and I said, Amy, we're at wrestling. Leave me alone, woman.
Caught in 4K with your zipper down.
But why was your camera crew filming my crotch?
They're not filming your crotch. They're filming you, and you're sitting here like this. Like, it was like you were proud of it. It was like you were excited. Because you're so counterculture, Ben. You're so your own man. What's the point?
I most of the time zip my pants up. I don't know I can't tell you what happened in that
Don't
one.
lie. Most of the time you're wearing sweatpants. You don't
I
even
do wear sweatpants a lot.
Yeah.
Do you know I still only have one pair of jeans? And these pair of jeans I actually got when I was in Austin, Texas.
Wow.
Because I only had one pair of jeans before that, and they ripped.
And they rip because they're their only pair.
Yes.
You should get a couple more in the rotation.
Nah, it's not necessary.
Not necessary.
Not necessary.
Either zipping up your fly.
Well, that actually can cause problems. I mean, if like your wiener were sticking out, you're probably gonna get in trouble.
I mean, how would that happen? I mean, all right. I guess, yeah, you got to be prepared for every scenario.
Every scenario. So okay. Carter Starocci.
He was prepared for the scenario of...
he put a hard ride on him.
He put a tough ride on him. Yeah.
I like what he's doing there. Actually, I was just talking to Keegan about it after the match because Keegan was playing around social media, kids these days. And I said, dude, were you watching what he was doing there? Because Keegan could use that. It was really tricky.
Speak about what it was.
Well, I wish we could do. Well, a lot of guys right now they're doing like the thigh pinch, right? And they're kind of around the side,
yep.
Okay. But then as McKee was taking weight off his hands, he was, and I did something similar, but not this move. He was putting his other foot under McKee's foot and driving him forward and knocking him over from that.
Yeah.
And then last time he caught a Navy one time, and that was a bunch of time. I don't know if we'll get to see it or not here.
He was broomsticking too. That's what I call it when you like kind of you put the leg in.
So broomstick is what we call it, which you went over here and under here, you know, kind of a little higher. So yeah, I mean, I guess you call it a low broomstick or something to that effect.
Yeah.
I wish you could watch it exactly.
Well, I think he's trying to get it.
Okay, yeah. No, but that was he put a hard ride on him, and McKee was not really all that close to an escape at any point there.
No, I mean he got to his feet a few times, but he was not able to clear hands well enough, and that was ultimately.
Yeah, and then I mean Carter was really only close to one takedown. I would say McKee was close to 0. That the sequence where he sprawled on him was really impressive. How McKee was able to kind of get out of that almost twice, right? Because there was 2 times in that sequence where Carter was close to a takedown.
Yeah, I was really impressed with McKee's defense there, but man, it felt like Carter was sort of really dictating a lot of it. He was definitely offensive. The stall warning I thought was warranted.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And made sense. So, yeah, I mean, not a lot of points. It was a little less drama from their not that there was dramatic, it was just great wrestling in their NCAA finals match, but not as McKee didn't give himself a lot of opportunities to win.
Yes, agreed.
That's why he lost. Where do you go from here if you're McKee?
I mean, obviously you got to solve that riddle on bottom.
Yeah.
Because if he's able to get off bottom, that it's 1-1, right? Someone's got to get a takedown, obviously, to win. So I think that's issue number 1 that you need to address. Yeah, and after that, then you got to figure out how to get the takedown. But if you don't get ridden, you're gonna have a lot more opportunity in the third period or in overtime.
Yeah. So for McKee, you're well within the margins, but you gotta get off the bottom.
Gotta get off the bottom
in a match like that.
We actually didn't see too much riding tonight. Most guys got off bottom. I want to say there was only maybe
Keegan rode
3 ride times.
Keegan,
him.
Riding,
not a lot.
Riding time was nearly a factor
maybe
in Sasso, but
McKee, he would have had ride time if he didn't pin him.
Yeah.
He looked great also.
He looked good.
He must have took a loss in the practice room.
They listened to him. Zach Sanders must have gave him the beat down.
Yes.
And then he comes out and he gets a...
Because that wasn't competitive. No. You put it on him.
I mean, yeah, I wasn't terribly surprised there, just knowing McKee's pinfall ability.
Yes.
He got it done. So that was a good start. It was great. We got it started with a pin. And that's the thing that's sort of, I don't know if the word is uncanny, but he's just got that, him and Andonian have this way of finding their way to put people on their back. Although, honestly, man, I don't know if you should get put to your back in that position.
That was a little bit lackadaisical on Terraquinhos.
Yeah. It shouldn't be that easy. Terraquinhos higher quality.
I don't want to say that, and so I'll let you be the mean guy there.
Well, sorry. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean.
No, he got lazy there. He got taken down, and he had the McKee still had he still had the wizard, and he didn't take it out. It's like, dude, like this is like
we're past wizard time.
Past wizard time.
Yep.
Get the heck out of there. Yeah, right there. I mean, it's like he leaves it in, and I don't know what he was thinking.
He was sitting up too. Like, I don't know.
That was weird.
Yeah, and then maybe thought he was gonna get an out of bounds call, but no, sir. So great win for Pat McKee. Gets it started, and then Lucas Bird gets the takedown against McKee, who really. I thought McGee did not change up his tactics enough. I mean, it was very obvious, especially after Bird got the takedown.
Bird got taken down early. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the hand on the mat for Bird, hips all the way back, and McKee really didn't give a lot of different looks.
There was a sequence at the end of the second. Now it feels like a long time ago, right? Because it's like it was the second match. There's a sequence at the end of the second where I think they both almost had a takedown. That was a good sequence,
right.
But they didn't, right? So one takedown match. Yeah, nothing too exciting or revelation in it there.
No, but the Cage the Elephant song was excellent. Walk out for Lucas Bird. Is the Ain't No Rest for the Wicked. That's a good song.
That's called Cage the Elephant?
That's the name of the band.
Oh, yeah. Look at you. We need to get Sparks in here with you talking. Hey,
Cage the Elephant, top 5 band of the early 2000s. These guys.
Who was that girl in Indecent Proposal?
Yeah. Demi Moore.
Why didn't he come back here?
Nice.
Why?
I don't listen.
Listen, I think him and
I just commentated my heart out. Sion Williams sits Matt's side for 4.5 hours. He can't make the walk 20 feet here. Sparknado, he gets to say the word. He did a great job.
Sion and Sparks, I think they could have their own show.
Oh, I know.
This would be tremendous.
It would have to be that'd be deplatformed real quick. It
would be so awesome.
Yeah.
All right, third match. I was depressed. I thought this was a possible outcome. Lewan completely shuts down Andonian. And we looked 3 years of Andonian results. No one shut down Andonian. That was a shutdown job right there.
And you know what? But we got to give, not just did Will Lewan win, he was looking to score a lot. Come on. You got to give a little more credit.
No, we took 2 double legs at the end of both periods. Yes,
rewatch.
There was the double legs at the end of both periods.
I got the documents here. This says,
how many shots?
This says 9.
My ass, he took 9 shots.
9.
That's
what my numbers say.
No.
I'm looking right here. I got the document.
Stop.
It says 9 shots.
Will Lewan is a shutdown specialist. He did the shutdown job on Andonian.
Corner.
That's what he did. 9 shots.
I moved
he hit
over.
a couple
I don't
nice
know why.
doubles when Andonian got frustrated. But both of them were at the end of the periods, if you notice. So one he scored with, I think, 10 seconds left. And there's another one where he shot. Remember? And Andonian rolled him through.
Yes, he
at the end
did.
of a period.
Yeah, he got shut down a little bit there. But that's okay. All right, I'm going to see what these degenerates in the Facebook chat are saying.
Okay. Well, what match do we talk about next?
Well, sorry, my volume was on. Very unprofessional of me. 197, Rocky Elam.
Rocky Elam looked great.
This was a great
He
match.
almost blew it.
He really did.
I don't know. Why? Listen, Jacob Warner didn't take a shot all match. Why are you shooting with 20 seconds left, Rocky? That's his best chance to score.
I know.
That's literally. But then Rocky actually hits a clean shot and lifts him up. And then when he's putting him down, I don't know if we're going to watch. Oh, this is the first takedown. Yeah. When he's putting him down, Warner has what we call a Sanderson steal.
Yeah.
And gets a takedown. And you're like, oh my God, that happened. But then he got another takedown in overtime. So I think that you got to feel good if you're Rocky Elam getting the takedown in overtime after kind of messing it up there in the third.
Yeah, that was kind of a wild.
And he almost had another takedown on the edge also. So
yeah,
you know what he can do? Actually, I can attest to this because I wrestled him. He came up with Keegan this summer for a little bit.
Yeah.
And we were talking about a stretched out single, and I said, well, here we're talking these options because you cannot pull someone's leg at this point. And he said, I can pull your leg in. I said, no, you can't. And he said, yes, I can. I said, well, I'm right here. Let's do this. This son of a bitch pulled my leg in. And then I said, no, give me another shot. And he did it again. I was so annoyed. People don't pull my leg in from there. I was so annoyed.
He is kind of freaky.
Yes, he's freaky there.
I mean, I thought that was a really. I mean, taking him down 3 times is pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive, yeah.
And I said it after the match.
Did a good job getting off bottom too.
He did.
Yes.
And my thought was like, man, when's the last time we saw
Warner
give up 3 takedowns?
Yeah.
That's to
he's
me
usually
is more
stingy defensively.
And I didn't think Warner looked terrible.
No.
I give credit there. I give credit to
really
Rocky
good
for
performance by
getting it
Rocky Elam.
I'm looking at the chat. Gomez Sasso was the best match for sure. Keegan for Hodge? Question mark? Exclamation
That's definitely
point.
possible.
Definitely possible.
So wait, hold on. Okay, so next match, Cassioppi. It was a bad night for the Hawkeyes because Cassioppi Kerkvliet. I wouldn't be as most improved as Shane. Kerkvliet got better. He got off bottom. That was a big deal, relatively quickly. But still, like the sequence at the
With the
end of
crossbody ride.
Yeah. Okay, that was terrible on both people's parts. Because if you're Cassioppi's one of my high school kids, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? That is not how you defend a leg ride. This is jabroni stuff here. Freaking hit the hip or do like he turned into it this way.
That surprised me, but it works.
The 512 Outlaws, you tell them not to do that. You don't turn it into a leg ride because you get.
That's what we tell them.
And then Kerkvliet didn't have a great feel there and got reversed, and that put him back in the match because that made it. 5-4, 5-3.
Yeah, put him back
5-3,
in.
5-3, and they got the escape to go 5-4.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So put him in it, and then really, it was one of those a little closer than because Cassioppi got in deep late on a shot.
Yes.
And I think
this sequence, yes.
This, if you're watching live,
kind of close. If you could have popped his head there, he was going to get him. That was a situation where it was. And then even here, if you pause, can we pause this, Tyler? Pause.
Pause Twitter.
Oh, so go. Oh, now we go. We gotta go back 1 second. Go back 1 second. Right, a little more. Yeah, if Cassioppi just punches that hip, and so Kerkvliet's got a really nice body cradle. He's deep, so he's deep on the knee, right? He's far down the leg, which is ideal. But still, at this size of person right here, these aren't 125 pounders.
No,
Cassioppi should be able to push.
We weighed him. You're right.
Cassioppi should be able to push his left butt cheek to the mat and straighten that leg. Boom, pop it out, and then proceed to shelf the leg here.
Pop that hawk right down there.
Yes.
You'll get him.
I mean, I don't think that's a lot of weight to be holding in a body cradle if he chooses to put his butt on the ground.
Yeah, and then once he got his hips out, he was able to
that could have been a
right.
match-winning takedown.
Yes.
Yeah,
that takedown right out. So for Hawkeye fans, obviously a winnable match for him, but 3 takedowns for Greg Kerkvliet. And he's stinging from
0 from Cassioppi.
0.
Right?
He got the reversal.
Yeah.
Well, 8-5.
Well, he got an escape in the first. He got escape. And then he got a reversal for 3. He got escape in the beginning, and then he got escape at the very end for 5. Yeah.
So 5 points there, all escapes.
Wait, Kerkvliet had ride time though, didn't he? Because that was when he had 3 takedowns and escape and a ride time.
Feel like you're right.
Because he didn't get the
it was
escape
weird
in the
seeing
second
him.
he got reversed.
I mean, when he threw that leg in, I was like, "Whoa, this is weird."
It's weird, yeah.
But then if you notice, there was another opportunity he got on top after he got reversed. He didn't go back to it.
Yeah.
He looked for different. So it evolved.
I mean, you can tell it's probably something they're working on because Cunningham was kind of talking him through it. It felt like, I mean, yeah, that's a good ride because you're that big and you put someone flat on the belly. I mean, Keegan got there. You get
David Carr got there.
David Carr got there
the
for
match.
a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even who else? Sasso got there for a little bit. You get that leg ride and you get that figure four. You get that flat, and obviously the bigger you are, the harder it is to get out. But even those three guys we mentioned, that was a long time period there on the belly.
Yeah, it's just
if you taxing.
If you can get to that point, it's going to take time to get away. It's
yeah.
just a lot of steps to run through those paces. So a great showing by Kerkvliet. He gets over the hump there, maintains his number 2 ranking.
Yep.
Man, but to me, OW could go to a lot of people. I think it's Aaron Brooks's. I know.
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Yeah, I got it.
That to me was a national message type of win.
Yeah.
That's like, because for as great as Aaron Brooks is, a lot of guys are in matches with him, including Parker Keeheisen.
Yes. Yeah.
And he was not in that match.
I mean, he kind of came out, you could tell at a different pace than he usually wrestles.
Yes.
Like it's very rare that he's that aggressive in matches. And, there's a few technical things that I think Parker, and I talked to him after the match, and Coach Roper was telling us things that, a couple technical adjustments he could make, that Brooks was doing some really sneaky things that were kind of perplexing Parker in the match.
That takedown that just happened was, I thought, the slickest. He kind of reaching up right, and then boom, drops hard left.
Left hand to the opposite ankle.
Yes, that was pretty. So I thought, man, for Brooks, for how he's typically won matches against this field, or how he's typically beaten Parker, to come out with this kind of offensive output and take down Parker that many times to where in the third period you're like, man, this could be a major.
Yeah, I mean, luckily Parker got in there and clean and finished the last takedown and ended up on top and made it a 4-point match. But yeah, that was tough. That was really impressive. I mean, that was for sure the most impressive performance of the night.
Yeah, and if you're the 184 field, you're like, oh no, this is not good. Because that's the number 2 guy. That's the guy who gave him one of his toughest matches last year. Miles Amin's gone.
Yeah.
Parker Keeheisen is number 2.
Hidley's the only other one. Parker beat Hidley in the 3rd place match last year. So
yes. So very, very impressive performance by Aaron Brooks. And you can't say enough good things about how he did get taken down at the end, but it was academic at that point.
Yep.
220 of riding time for Brooks too. So he rode him.
I mean, you could tell the coaches were saying work for the major type thing. So
they wanted him to.
They definitely wanted him to.
I also felt Parker is so. I mean, he wrestled the entire time, and just probably to a fault to a degree. Yeah. I think he's going to have to rein it in against Aaron a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, there were some hand fighting tactics that were really tricky by Aaron that Parker's going to have to address.
Can you get into it?
Yeah, sure. I'll get into it because I told Parker. So if you watch, he was doing a bunch of times where Parker was collar tying and Aaron was keeping both hands at home.
Yes.
And that was really throwing Parker off.
We talked about that.
Yes.
That was weird. He's just like, boom.
It is really, I do it as a kid sometimes just to annoy them, but it really does throw your opponent off because it's really rare where someone collar ties you and nothing comes back up, you know? And he was just keeping the hands relaxed and at home. So I think he was really being perplexed by that tactic.
That was weird.
Yeah.
You really don't see that a lot.
Not a lot.
To the point Bader and I were talking about, we're like, he's just dropping his hands straight when he collar ties.
It's pretty rare. I mean, you got to have a strong hips and back, which obviously he does, because, then you're relying solely. Because usually when a hand comes up, you're essentially, one of the things you're doing is bracing yourself against your opponent. So that was tricky. It was good. I gave Parker what I thought I would do against it, and so hopefully he can work on something and expect that same tactic next time so he's ready for it.
Yep. So great performance by Aaron. Appreciate Parker wrestling for 7 freaking minutes. Yeah. He didn't try to preserve anything.
He did wrestle hard.
Andrew Alirez is number 1 in the country, Ben. He wasn't even in this match.
Oh, because he's laid out.
And now he's number 1.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be Northern Colorado's first ever number 1 Division 1.
It's got to be.
Because they were D2,
I'm going to go ahead and declare him the first ever.
It's got to be. Yeah. There's no way it's not. Yeah, he looked great. One thing's why. Okay, so first of all, that the hands to the face call was terrible. Thank God they reversed it themselves.
I was going wild on the call.
Yeah,
I said they got to overturn it. And thankfully they did. JD's coming.
But Cole Matthews, it's so frustrating. I don't know why to me, and I think because it's a fault of people who scramble. So then people associate that with me getting scrambling going and stuff. Is like when they don't shoot. Yeah. Like Cole, just shoot for God. Just learn how to shoot. You don't have to be a master at it, but if you just add a little dimension to your arsenal that they have something they have to worry about more.
Right.
Now everything else you do becomes more effective because they're worried about other things too.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that was frustrating.
That was crazy. Look at us.
Hey.
Look at James.
What a night.
He's dabbing. What a night. Agreed. Did you do interviews? What'd you do?
I did.
Did anyone say anything cool?
Probably the best soundbite was Gomez
Oh, boy.
saying he thought about stopping Yanni from winning 4 titles all summer, and he's the man to do it this year, and he's the guy to beat now.
Wow.
There's a
Let's
case for
talk. Let's
that.
talk about that match because that match was. I've said it before. Why is Sasso still cutting to 49? Because first 2 periods he gets 2 takedowns. Gomez gets none, and then in the third period it looks like he falls off a cliff, and Gomez got 30 seconds.
Yep.
3 takedowns like that. You know,
It was 30 seconds.
it was 30 seconds. It was like, dude, and then it just looked like he had nothing left at that point. And he tried really hard on the last takedown, but he just didn't have it.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then even on top of that is before the third period started, there was they reviewed the call.
Yes.
And it was a decent time break, so it's like he even had a break and he still fell off a cliff.
Man, I know the points are the points, and they say what they say.
Kill at 10-9.
But I didn't feel like he's wilting. I just felt like Austin just was like, I gotta go.
No,
and just was feeling it and just attacked and finished.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Austin went, which is great. I mean, his tactics were great, but you could see it if you looked at Sasso when they were taking that break. You could see he was done.
And the takedowns came so easy.
So easy.
Yeah.
And think about when is someone taking Sasso down that easy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right? I would say never. Right? He actually defensively he's super stingy and not in that match. So I mean,
And I've never seen him attempt chest wrap like he did
that was strange,
at the end.
Got a little desperate there.
Yeah.
He made it sort of, he had to try something there.
Yeah. So with 57, Ohio State's not going to get a ton of production out of Gallagher. And I don't know.
Yeah.
Now Sasso can't beat Gomez. Right? He's lost him 3 times now. He's never beaten Yanni.
Man, you can't say he can't beat him.
He's never
He's
beaten.
up 5-2 going in the third.
Okay. He's never beaten Gomez.
True.
He's never beaten Yanni. Like, I don't know. Put him on 57. I think he's got an equally good shot there. Maybe better shot. If you said Sasso's percentage to win at 49 versus Sasso's percentage to win at 57, I think you're going higher at 57.
Well, and there's the factor of he is just all-time. If you think the Gomez matchup is bad, Yanni is a way worse matchup for Sasso.
Always has been since high school.
Since high school, that's just not a good match for him. So I don't disagree. That's a decent option for them.
Yeah.
Heath Gothard says, "Why was Jacob Warner so sweaty? Was he watching Cops backstage before the match?"
He was so sweaty. Did you see the sweat dripping?
He was watching Jaden Cox film.
Yeah, I said he had the Alex Marinelli glisten because that
my
guy,
God.
that's a sweaty dude too.
That was some sweat going on right there.
Missouri Tigers 2-0.
Let's go,
And
baby.
They wrestled really.
So does Rocky go to 2 behind Beard now?
Man,
Probably.
behind Beard, really?
I say Beard. Dean. I meant Dean.
Oh,
I was thinking Penn State.
you just got Penn State on the brain.
Probably.
Yeah.
JD's at one half of our ranking. Contingent.
Without having all the resumes in front of me.
We should come a little
Because
closer.
I think he's
based on
4.
this picture.
What is he, 4 right now?
There we go.
Rocky's probably 4. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't have my computer, so.
Yeah, he's got to go to 2.
Yeah.
Because Warner's 2, and he
Yeah.
just beat him. Very impressive win.
Yeah.
Almost blew it.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah, almost blew it. So the Sasso one, I mean, especially that first period, that upper body exchange was really interesting because Gomez really tried to send it, and Sasso was able to keep his balance. What's up, Mark Bader?
What's up, guys?
Keep his balance and stay on top and get the takedown and ride for not a ton of time, but he had a little bit on the clock.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know. Bader's crawling around and acts like we should. He's getting his charger. He's literally.
Mark, stop trying to grab my junk. We're live.
Hey, well, you had your zipper down, so. Okay.
Hey, do you know me and Mark are on the same 5:15 a.m. flight tomorrow to St. Louis?
Oh,
It's
wow.
5:15? 15 extra minutes.
Is it?
Oh, my
I can
God.
check. I thought it was 5:15.
I think it sounds great.
Okay.
Well, either way, Bader's get there at 5:12.
Look at the family.
Oh, you got the whole crew.
4:45.
Mark Bader was my hero. One Christmas, I stayed at his house, and we were going to St. Louis Airport. It was like the day after. I didn't stay at his house for Christmas. It was, I don't remember. He has taken me to the airport after Christmas, and there's a big line, and he was smart enough to take me to the departures. I'm sorry, not departures. The arrivals.
To
And I
go.
ran through the airport and got there. Made it just as they were closing the door. Thanks, Mark Bader.
I got
Smart guy. That is a good trick.
Yes.
You do that at Austin. Okay.
What else you want to talk about?
We talk about Alirez. Alirez, I mean, he shot so much. Thankfully, they wiped that.
Hands to the face.
And another thing I was
you.
saying on the broadcast, and I'll say to you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but are they not supposed to go? The clarification was we're going to go potentially dangerous and warn them first, and then
I
give.
thought you got an official warning.
You get an official. What they said was potentially dangerous is how they're going to call it and warn them and use that as a warning.
Yeah.
But instead, they just went straight to it. But thankfully,
That's a match we've seen Alirez lose in the past on gas tank issues, and
yes.
he looked good.
That was one I thought my wife was there. She doesn't watch a ton of wrestling, but it's so funny when the coaches are everything's quiet and you hear exactly what the coaches are saying. So many times when the coaches are yelling, "Watch the knees," it means little translation is my guy's about to get taken down. There was one and so this is what I'm trying to think. There was one situation where they got to a position where it actually was, and I was yelling, "Stop the damn match!" Because his hip was up. Was it this match?
yeah, I thought it was
No, it wasn't Gomez Sasso. It was.
maybe it was this one.
I think it was this one. They got in where the legs get hooked. They pass the leg the wrong way, and the pressure's forward. And
I thought McKee got in a bad spot one time too.
No.
Yeah,
was
he like was stepping over the back.
It was a weird spot that he
oh
got
yeah,
in.
no, they were fine though. Yeah. He ended up rolling. He rolled it through. Yeah,
Not in my
Yeah.
opinion. Not my medical opinion.
I think so. I can't remember if it was Matthews. Anyways, it was so funny when the coaches you hear them yell, "Watch the knees." It's almost like translated to my guy's gonna take down.
Please call
stop.
potentially dangerous.
Yes, right. But the refs are doing a better job. They barely called it tonight, and when they did call it, I thought it was all
warranted.
appropriate. Yes.
Yeah, I thought the officials did a great job the whole night. So
I did yell. I yelled when I couldn't help myself. The hands of the face. I said, that was hands of the face. And then I'm like, oh shit, I was really loud. And I'm like, I'm not even on anyone's side. I just want good wrestling. And then what's the hands of the face?
yes, indeed. So then Carr Monday. No, what happened?
Kind of a
here?
snoozer.
Snoozer.
Yeah. Car rides for a minute and whatever. And
Yeah, you get to that figure four, and that was the difference.
they kind of let him sit in that one. It was to me, he wasn't broken down. He was on figure four and ankle. Dubuque was whining about the ankle grab, which I thought was fair. I thought they really could have stalemated that situation or something and not let them sit there so long.
Yeah, could have gone either way with that one, but
Because if you get broke down, you did that work, and then you should get time to work. But when he's not broken down, and you're just sitting there, and from that position where Carr had the figure four, and Monday was like, there's just not anywhere to go there. Like you're at the point where you can't sit the leg anymore, and so it's incumbent on the top guy to do something, and he wasn't doing anything.
Rocky Elam could sit the leg there.
Think so?
Yeah,
I don't know. If
go
he could.
challenge him. Did you missed that part where Rocky Elam?
Said he could pull my leg in. I said no way, and that son of a gun pulled my leg in twice.
He's a big guy though.
I don't care.
Well,
I didn't think he pulled my leg in. I was pissed when it happened.
dang.
I know, right?
Joke's on you.
What
Man, he
match
could
was
win
it?
a national title.
74, 65.
Then we got the other 65.
57.
This Keegan,
Keegan, yeah.
Keegan O'Toole guy.
Yes.
He's pretty good.
Put a hard ride on him.
Yeah,
I would have liked to see him be more aggressive. I told you that's what I told him afterwards. I thought he was a little too patient.
He wasn't working for turns really, that I could tell.
Oh no! The first period that was a hard ride because Hamidi's tricky on bottom, and he had the cross wrist on the edge. The one that was like somewhere he could have maybe scored some points. But yeah, Hamidi's a tough guy to ride. He did a great job keeping him flat.
Yeah, Keegan said that in his post-match interview that he was maybe playing a little safe, not taking a whole lot of risks because he knows. I mean, he's got that good funk on bottom that can lead to reversals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what happens if he reverses him? He's just gonna get
Yeah, he's gonna get away. Yeah. No. I thought top he was doing great. It was just in that when they were on their feet. I mean that. I don't know if
I want to
that
see
far
that.
ankle kickoff was
That
so
was sick.
slick.
That was a sick part, and I was mad on the replay where they didn't show that.
No, before this.
When Hamady gets in,
Yeah, and he goes right over the top, far ankle kickoff, and then swims right to the single shelves.
he made it look so easy.
That's how we roll, baby. Can we play it or no? We can't play it.
Yeah, we don't have the
It was so
rights.
smooth.
We don't have the rights to it.
Tyler, get that footage on the TV.
Get the footage going. So yeah, great win for Keegan. A lot of time on top, but he was dominant.
So when do we see him versus? I don't have my computer, or else I'd search it. Him versus Carr.
It's second semester, I know.
It's not till second
yeah,
semester, okay.
I know that.
He does have Peyton Hall and
That's
2 weeks
next,
maybe?
That's his next match. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the next match.
Keep talking trash on Peyton Hall.
I love Peyton. I actually really enjoy Peyton Hall, but
All
I
right,
mean,
well.
Keegan's gonna beat him.
I didn't know Keegan was an outdoorsman.
Oh, he loves hunting and fishing and all that.
Just like you.
I don't love that
A
stuff.
big angler.
Yeah, not me.
Have you ever fished?
The only time I've ever enjoyed fishing, I went on I taught a camp in Alaska. Good old Steve Glassy, and the first morning they woke me up at 5 a.m. and I was so mad. I'm like, son of bitches. 5 a.m. I was sitting on this boat and they're taking me out. I'm like, oh, I hate you guys. And then some whales jumped out of the water. I'm like, oh, this is the most awesome thing. This is so great. Yeah. And
Did
then
you catch any whales?
I did not catch a whale, but they actually had it was like kind of like most fishing, you're like, but you actually had like, they had me man like 4 lines, so it was like I was kind of active.
You're busier.
I was busy, so I like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm surprised fishing can even hold your attention that much, but so that's good.
Yeah.
Sammy Sasso, Austin Gomez was definitely the match of the night.
That was match tonight, for sure.
What a flex for Gomez in that third period. I don't care how tired he was. Getting those 3 takedowns was pretty. 4 in the
He got
third.
4. 3
in 30 seconds, and then 4.
Yes. I mean, because and think about that. You're thinking he got 4 takedowns and only won by a point. So that was like, that's how almost secure Sasso's lead was going into the third. And he just, that's what it's like, dang, he fell apart.
I think that was match tonight. Performance tonight probably goes to Aaron Brooks.
That's what we said.
Yeah, we said that,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Man, he national message is what I say about that match. That's the message to 180.
Yeah, who else can keep it close to him? I mean, Parker kept it relatively close, but it wasn't close.
Trent
Trent would be the only other one,
because he's
right?
not going to try stuff like Parker.
He will not.
He's going to stay at
Underhook.
home, which I think is
Punch,
Parker only
underhook,
really tried one
partner.
bad thing. He tried
No, but
one
he's-
bad shot from the open, which I really didn't like. Yeah, yes, he's active in the
he's
hand
too
fight.
move in out move.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
just too much motion.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it just played right into what he was doing. It was crazy.
I think we hit.
We hit the matches. That was all of them. Well, and we talked about Starocci, McKee,
Yeah.
a little bit. JD, you missed some of the discussion, but any matches that stuck out or any thoughts on anything? And it's okay if you recover some ground.
You know what JD's excited about? Because I'm excited about it too.
What, Mustache Bash?
I don't even want to know what happens at Mustache Bash. I will not attend.
He's
I will
talking-
not
Casey
attend.
Jaggers?
He just talks
Mustache
about it all the
Bash.
time.
Um,
Those mustaches. Tyler, come here.
You want me on camera?
No, I don't want you on camera, but I just,
happened?
Slim Shady.
I want you guys to meet my friend.
This is my
Well,
little friend.
that's a loose term.
Loose term. He's definitely not my friend, but this is Tyler. He brings me my ginger ale
That's
when
actually
I'm
fine.
thirsty. How was it?
I thought it was cool.
Anything stick out? You can gloat about Will Lewan if you want.
One.
What do you mean? You're a Willow Long guy?
I wrestled in Michigan.
NCAA qualifier for the Wolverines.
What's your last name?
My singer. You wouldn't know
Singer.
me.
Yeah, you would.
You wouldn't.
Dude, he'd front headlock you and put you out, bro.
could
No,
do that.
Chokes people?
he
mean,
does.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys had that argument on live on
Oh,
air the other day.
what was it?
What?
You guys were arguing about whether choking someone in a front headlock is legal.
It should be.
I was in the chat saying it should be allowed.
Yeah, these are two lunatics that like choke people in wrestling.
Well,
matches.
either-
you think it's okay?
No, here was my stat. I don't remember which holder you're talking about. But if you're going to let someone connect their hands around an arm and a neck, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways to choke people from there. A lot of different ways. So either you say, like, you can connect your arm and head.
Look at this
And
guy.
we're going to get,
yeah,
there we go.
Bring
and
the hair back.
and we're going to give some
Dude,
points.
that's like the worst picture of all. Oh man, that's
Bro,
a
that's
bad-
handsome.
So they give us. We have the same shirt and tie.
Shane Sparks would love that.
Everyone wears for their picture, and so if you're like a small guy,
No, it looks like you
It
got a
looks
big neck,
oversized.
actually.
yeah, it definitely looks like that.
No, you look like a
I think
strong
the shirt
guy.
is just like okay.
All right, back to the...
My wife actually had a really good idea. She doesn't. She said, "Can they tap out in wrestling?" And then she said, "Maybe you give them points or something." I thought that's a great idea. Like, what if the guy could tap
If
out
I
if they
get
want, but
myself
you got
in a
2 more
position where I can
points?
tap you out. I should get points for
That's
that.
what I'm saying. They tap out, they get 2 points.
Okay.
That seems like a deal.
2 point tap. That
Okay,
makes-
cool.
You should
4,
tell
I'm good with that
tell
too.
them on air what happened after I put you in my front headlock.
Listen, first of all, I'm a scrub, so congratulations, dude. An NCAA qualifier has a good front
What
headlock.
happened,
against them.
Christian?
Nothing happened other than, well, first of all...
Start gargling.
No, nothing like that. I can... Listen, one thing about me in wrestling is I can take a beating. No problem. Okay, that's one thing. Number 2, yeah. Experience
takes
is
a
the
beating
great
like
teacher,
Christian
Tyler.
Pyles.
Number 1. Number 2, He put this thing so hard across my mouth and my teeth.
I don't like those guys.
I don't either.
That's dirty
the key.
fighting.
Dirty
That's
fighting.
dirty
Dirty.
fighting.
So here's what happened.
First of all, he goes, you keep talking about it for a headlock, put me in it. And I was like, you don't want that. And he wanted it.
I don't care. What's the
okay.
worst that can happen? So then,
Fair.
for like 2 weeks after that, every time I did push-ups, I felt it in my gums and teeth.
That's
when I was
pretty
doing push-ups.
weird.
It was really weird.
Why?
I'm so strong.
No, but why would? I don't know. I have no explanation.
It had never happened, and it literally started
weak
that
gums.
day.
Freakishly strong.
Weak.
I have.
And weak
I have.
gums.
No,
It's a combination of freakishly strong, freakish strength, weak gums.
listen, I'm a scrub wrestler, admitted, but my dental care is on point. Never a cavity,
Yeah, but Tyler, you think you can for headlock Mark Bader?
Easily.
for sure.
Oh, Mark, a younger Mark Bader wouldn't take that. He'd be over here in a heartbeat.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Nice.
All right, I feel like I disrupted the...
No!
I think
Okay.
Ooh.
You can
Oh,
say
I,
it.
you know what I was saying that JD's gonna be interested in is Iowa State. Iowa's like 9 days away now.
Oh my god.
I'm kind of interested. Like younger, could he take out Warner?
He did. He did
He
last
already
He beat
time.
him out last year. I think he could.
And then he spiked the heck here,
Oh, yeah, don't do
40
that.
feet in the air.
Don't do that.
Don't do
I mean,
that.
that's a match.
That is a match.
That's the next fun one, right?
It's December 4th.
Yeah,
after
I mean
Vegas.
CKLV's before that, but yeah.
Oh, 'cause it's a Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that's gonna be a sick
A
weekend
lot of good
for
wrestling.
sure. Okay, what the heck else? Yeah, Iowa State. Iowa is gonna be a thing. A coach
Think
told
so.
me yesterday he thinks Iowa State's gonna win. I'm not there. I'm not there.
I'm not there either yet. Well, I could be there. I don't know what lineup I was gonna roll. Is Real Woods back? Is Spencer back?
Yeah.
I mean, if those two are not back, they're losing.
Yep.
Straight up. There's no chance.
Well,
Yeah, because they lose 25 for sure. They probably lose 33. Maybe Reading.
Husky.
Reading just what?
Reading just lost to-
Atisov is back.
Oh, and
He
they have him
wrestled
too.
against Grandview.
Okay, and then they
Yep.
got the win 41.
Teskey's winning that 33 match.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, you got 41 if they're winning.
Yeah.
57, they're likely winning. 65, they're winning. And then they just got to win one more.
That's,
I mean, 74, they haven't had a good 74-pounder in there yet.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need him.
And Coleman probably should. Coleman's favored over Assad, you would think.
Yeah.
And Younger and Warner's a coin flip.
Yep. Yep. No, it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely a thing. Iowa State can definitely win it. I guess they could see Bader folding the jacket on the chat. That's pretty cool.
How?
I guess Tyler was switched when Tyler challenged him. Too many Tylers, honestly. We should have one Tyler in it per company, and just everyone
I
else
feel
gets
bad
a
because
nickname.
I would think if they were an NCAA qualifier, I would remember it, but I actually don't remember Tyler.
Well,
How many years ago was this?
2020. He was a COVID qualifier. That was the only year he started. He was a 57-pounder truly, but Lewan was there, so he went 65. He was the 33 seed, but he
got in.
He got in, baby.
Basically an All-American.
He basically would have upset Alex Marinelli,
There you go.
but he didn't get. He was denied his opportunity. So
We'll never know.
one of the great chapters in life that may never be finished. All right, I don't know if I have much else to say.
Thanksgiving food sucks. I hope you enjoy time with your family.
That's a terrible take.
I can't stand it.
No, I already
it
have
drives
it.
me insane.
I got a great argument. Have you ever heard my argument, JD?
Yeah, that we would
It's
eat it
wrong.
all the time.
I do eat it all the time. Call Katie Pyles.
Stop. You eat turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes all the time.
Yeah.
Stop! You're lying.
Yeah, that's a lie.
That's a lie.
It takes a lot to make it,
Uh,
to be honest, but no. You know what? It's a good thing. I love it. We do it more than just once a year, I'll say that.
Okay. That's
We're having people over. JD might stop by. He's probably going to Sion's party for being
Sien's
on.
having a party?
Yeah, he's having
He
a
has
party.
a Thanksgiving party every year.
Oh,
A
nice.
gala. if you
I
will.
bet Sion makes some delicious Thanksgiving
Oh,
food.
he lives for these moments. He lives to.
He's a
prepare
big
food for
cookout
people.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That,
Sion,
he wears these nasty gray sweats
Ew.
and just stands over and makes meat, and it's really good.
So today, Sion is, I swear, Sion is ashamed to have a show. So he comes up and tells me, I say, I went to Kebabalicious for dinner with Bader.
Oh Lord, what
And
did
he goes,
say? Kebab delicious?
I got, I was allergic to something there. Look what happened to my body. He shows me his hands and they're like,
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but I'm like,
They were
"Oh,
so
What
fat."
was it, Sion? And he's like, I don't know. What, you never bothered to find out? Like, He had to go to the ER.
Yeah.
And he never bothered to find out what he was allergic to.
Nah, why?
Like,
Once every couple years, he has a horrifying health problem that is completely unexpected and also unexplained.
And never repeated.
Never repeated. It's just part of his charm. It's just one of the things he does. But this is our last FRL before Thanksgiving.
we're back next Monday.
Next Monday.
There's actually some matches this weekend.
Yeah, Penn versus Iowa.
Versus Iowa. Harold Nichols Open.
Nichols. Pronounced Nichols.
Shut up.
Just see on.
I'm at 10:47. I'm punchier than usual.
What did he say?
I'm quick-witted.
He said Tyson, and then he said.
He said marinara. He said Panera, and he said
He kept calling him.
he said Kerkvliet.
Kerkvliet.
He said I said what's his name? He said Kerkvliet. Straight face. He said.
I think he said Kerkvliet.
Maybe.
Rewind the tapes, but it wasn't right.
Either way.
It wasn't even close.
How he goes VLIET as wit or witch or anything but
Wow.
Vliet or Vlit. Yeah. Well, we're gonna go.
All right.
It's past Ben's
See ya.
bedtime.
It is, and I got to get up early tomorrow.
All right, he got to zip his pants. He's got a lot of things to do.
Right now, I will tell you.
Do you know that he was shown on FloWrestling.org with his zipper down on the live broadcast?
Barn door wide open.
Barn door. That's what
Wide
Nate.
open.
My buddy Nate Brown. He was in state finals at Lehigh. He texted me. He said, "Flo just caught Ben with his barn door wide open."
Let's see it. Time
Letting the
my flight
cows
is.
out.
Uh-oh. He is slow. It is 5:15. I was correct. Mark Bader was.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll be back next Monday. Have a great Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for you for listening to the show.
Absolutely.
I'm thankful for Ben and JD for doing the show, and Tyler for producing.
Tyler does a great job.
He does a great job, great producer. And that's it. I don't have any other words to say.
Stop
So
talking.
I'm done. Goodbye. I cancel myself.